Trekking shoes. Grab another trekking shoes. Trekking shoes. Grab another trekking shoes. Fighting energy. I think we just discard it. Another trekking shoes. Okay. We get a game. You love feet. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sperato, and today we're finally taking a look at the post-rotation format because it's just right around the corner. I've done quite a bit of testing on TCG Live with all of these decks that I'm profiling, but do keep in mind it's still pretty early. I've only been able to do a couple days worth of testing, so these are not the 100% optimized peak builds. This is just stuff that's been working for me early game. You can feel free to copy and paste it onto your TCG Live. Link in the description below if you need to see the full deck list. Try it out for yourself and see what changes you might think would be good. And before we jump into the card by card, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you end up enjoying, because I'm going to be covering Scarlet and Violet decks all week. On with the profile though, we have the namesake of the deck, Koraidon EX. This is a basic fighting type with 230 HP, honestly pretty tanky, and it has the ability Dino Cry. Dino Cry says you can attach up to 2 fighting energy from your discard pile onto your basic fighting type Pokemon, but your turn ends. Now that is the part where it turns a lot of players off. I know ending your turn for some energy acceleration isn't the best thing in the world, but you do have to keep in mind this is a basic tanky Pokemon accelerating multiple energies at a time, which is honestly pretty good. On top of that, you have a fantastic basic fighting type in Great Tusk EX. This Pokemon has 250 HP for a basic. That is massive. You have Bedrock Breaker, which can out Stadium, so you have a natural path to the peak out. And you have the gigantic Tusk attack, which is 250 damage for 3 fighting energy, so you just attach it and use Dino Cry once, and he's ready to go. The only drawback is he does 50 damage to himself, but you could easily bump him up to 280 damage with a card that I'll show you later, and that's the magic number for the format right now. So that's an amazing attacker for sure. Also keep in mind you're hitting Miraidon EX for weakness, which is a big meta deck right now. Now for the late game, you do have Hisuian and Arcanine V. I only play him at 1 copy because he is just a late game Pokemon. He has the ability Irresistible Force, which allows you to transfer fighting energy from your other Pokemon to him, which synergizes with Rock Bullet for 4 colorless. You do 90 damage plus each fighting type energy attached to him for 30, which is honestly really powerful and can get you some insane knockouts. Now, in order to get away with Dino Cry, because it does end your turn, I am playing 4 copies of Diancie, so that way I have a Diancie in the active spot, and I have a Diancie on the bench, so even if I get Escape Rope, you're still gonna have to deal with the Diancie before you deal with my other Pokemon, because Diancie makes all basic Pokemon on your side immune to supporter cards, so no boss's orders for your opponent. The one big flaw with this deck though is it doesn't have like a lot of search power, so in order to help with that, I'm playing Lumineon V, which can search for some very good supporters, your staples like boss's orders, Judge, Roxanne for the late game, but a really cool one is Grant. Grant lets your fighting types do 30 extra damage regardless of what the active Pokemon is, and after you can discard 2 cards from your hand which you want to discard fighting type energy to put it back in your hand and use it again. It's just an infinite choice belt for this deck, and I think that's really crazy. We also have Radiant Greninja, get those fighting type energies in the discard for Koraidon while also drawing you some new cards. Some trainer cards I want to highlight. Gutsy Pickaxe is really cool. It's like trekking shoes on crack for fighting types. You look at the top card of your deck. If it's a fighting energy, you put it on your Pokemon. Otherwise, you just add the card to your hand. You can also make your basic Pokemon extremely tanky. You have things like Rock Chestplate, which reduces your opponent's damage by 30, and Lake Equity, which makes you take 20 less damage as long as you have a fighting type energy attached to you. And let's not forget our switch card of choice is Switch Cart, which heals our basic Pokemon by 30, and we only have basic Pokemon in this deck. Overall, the deck is far from perfect, but I also think it's far from bad. A lot of the player base are complaining about Koraidon's ability, but honestly, I think he's really strong. Anyways, here's some gameplay. Let's see what you think about the deck. All right, we're going first. Honestly, not a bad lead at all. We got the Diancie in front. We got 2 Nest Balls and an Ultra Ball. I'm kind of down for this. Ooh, I haven't seen this in a while. Alolan Vulpix V. That's pretty cool. Might have second thoughts about the Lake Equity though if he's actually playing a water deck, but I think I don't even know what they play this in, or if it's its own deck, or like what's going on with it. Well, first let's get our Nest Ball and get into our Koraidon. Nest Ball again and get into our Great Tusk. trekking shoes. I would not like to put this in my hand. Get the professor's research. Put a basic onto our great Tusk. And is there anything else I want to do here? Honestly, we should probably just Dino Cry and end our turn. And then all we need to do is find one more fighting energy and get it onto our great Tusk, and then we can start knocking things out. He's gonna Ultra Ball. You can see more of what he's playing. Discarding some staples. Crushing Hammer. That's a fun one. Arceus. So this is Arceus Vulpix. Arceus is pretty generic though. You can kind of just throw it into any deck if you really wanted to. Back to us. The fighting energy. That's like the first thing we need to see. Put that on you. Might as well drop the Lake Equity because I don't see any water energies on this guy. And we need to Professor's Research here as much as I want a Lumineon right now. Okay, yep, that was the right call for sure. We can get another great Tusk, Gutsy Pickaxe, maybe land a fighting energy. Oh yeah. Put another Diancie down just in case I get escape roped. Go ahead and switch cart. Switch back in our great Tusk. Hit you for that gigantic Tusks. 250. Beautiful. And I take 20 less damage because of the Lake Equity. Grant, that is huge. Grant's going to help us knock out a lot of things. Although, we don't even need the help because this thing's weak to fighting. Double Turbo. Arceus V-Star. Professor's Research. Guy's going crazy. Oh, he has the Drapion for the Mew. Another Ultra Ball. Discarding a water energy and a choice belt. Okay, so it is kind of dangerous to put Lake Equity on the field, but that's fine. I could just knock out this Arceus V-Star like fairly easily anyway. Kind of forget what he does. During your turn, you may search your deck up to 2 cards. That's insane. 4 Sealstone times 2. Bidoof. I don't blame him for trying to get a draw engine live, but this Arceus is about to bite the dust. Alright, I'm gonna put another fighting energy on that great Tusk. Do we really need to Ultra Ball for anything? Nope, he's just gonna quit. Right on, best deck. Looks like I'm going second. Not a problem, we got Diancie. Why is Diancie like the condom of Pokemon TCG? Don't ask how that makes any sense, but you know I'm right. Yeah, I would like to draw one. Thank you very much. And it's an S-Ball. Okay. I see you, game. Thank you very much. Looks like we're playing against Gardevoir EX, but honestly, Kirlia is such a popular engine, I could see it being something else. I was honestly going to play it in Rapid Strike Malamar. That's like one of my favorite decks to play. Fog Crystal into another Ralts. Play the Ralts. Level Ball. Level Ball is kind of insane with Kirlia and Ralts, huh? 3 Ralts into play. Okay, this guy is bound and determined to get Gardevoir out. Alright, so we are just gonna immediately Nest Ball for a great Tusk because I would like to get some energy onto this thing. So I'm gonna Gusty Pickaxe. Grab a Lumineon, I guess. Gusty Pickaxe, get a Trekking Shoe. Trekking Shoe. Sure, I'll take a Nest Ball. Go ahead, put down the Koraidon EX. Might have been smarter to go for the Greninja now that I think about it, but... alright, okay. Sure, game. I'm telling you, the FBI agents are listening to me. And then we will go ahead and concealed cards. Draw 2 and another Gutsy Pickaxe. And we get the fighting energy. It's a gold fighting energy. I don't know why, but this is just feeling like a lucky game. Somehow, some way. Now, this... Yeah, we're only doing 10 damage with Bedrock Breaker. There's no reason to go for an early attack. I really don't want to discard this Lumineon. I really don't want to get rid of the Switch. So, I'm just gonna Dino Cry and end my turn. think that's like the best course of action here. This is going to be a rough matchup, by the way, because they hit us for weakness, we hit them for resistance, and we're not really that fast of a deck. We don't have like turn 1 donks or anything. So they're going to have a lot of time to set up what they need to, and when they do, it's just going to be such an uphill battle. Another Psychic Energy on the Ralts, and okay, so we can at least take out something. I definitely want to take out that Kirlia, though. So rather than going for Professor's Research, let's go ahead and Lumineon V, use Lumineous Sign, grab a Boss's Order. We can absolutely take out that Kirlia. Oh, he's just gonna quit. He knows. Let's go.